What is up, you guys? Welcome to the plant-based Pisces channel. Today we're gonna make a vegan discada norteña with a little bit of habanero salsa and some homemade tortillas. Hope you guys enjoy. To get started, we're gonna be using any seasoning salt of your choice. We're gonna be using tomato sauce, spicy tomato sauce, chile poblanos, onions, maseca or yellow corn flour. We're gonna be using some bell peppers, different colors. We're gonna be using habaneros, potatoes, a little bit of garlic, a tomato, and some green onions. We have vegan hot dogs, vegan sausages, chorizo, and some vegan ground beef. Now, if you don't know what a discada is, it's a very common social gathering dish in the northern part of Mexico. It's very centered around meat, and today we're going to veganize it. So to get started, we're going to be cooking this in a disco, and we're going to use it to char our vegetables for our salsa. So we have our tomato, our habaneros, garlic, and a half an onion. First, we're going to take our garlic. We're going to turn it into a paste in our molcajete. Then we're going to add a little bit of seasoning salt or regular salt. Next, we're going to add our chile habaneros, and we're going to crush them until you make a nice paste. Next, we're going to add our onion. I put the whole half in there, but I should have cut it in half so it was easier to crush. But you just got to work it nice and gently, slowly, little by little. After working it for a minute or two, we were able to crush it and mix it with our rest of our paste. Next, we're going to add our tomato and we're going to gently crush it. Now, the chile habaneros are spicy, so adjust according to your taste and also salt it according to your taste. I added about 4 chile habaneros and this salsa was super spicy, so you might want to add 2 or 3 maybe. And there you have it. Our salsa tatemada de habanero is ready to go. You set it aside for later. Next, we're ready to start our discada. We're going to add a little bit of oil to our disco. We're going to add our chorizo and we're going to break it down and let it cook for a couple minutes. After about 3 to 4 minutes, our chorizo has been cooking. We are now ready to add our diced potatoes and our diced onions so they can begin to cook as well. We're going to stir them all in. We're going to let them sit there for a couple minutes. So you want to add the potatoes first because they do take the longest to cook. But after a couple minutes, once they're nice and soft, we're going to go ahead and move them off to the side. We're going to add our sausage mix. I'm using vegan hot dogs, field roast, spicy Mexican chipotle sausage, and tofurkey Italian sausage. After about 5 minutes of cooking our sausages, we're going to go ahead and throw in our vegan ground beef. Any type of vegan ground beef will work. And we're going to mix everything all together. After about 4 to 5 minutes of all our ingredients cooking together, we're going to go ahead and finally add our diced poblanos and our diced bell peppers. And we're going to mix that in. Now here's the part where it starts to look and smell delicious. Now you're going to take the seasoning salt of your choice and you're going to go ahead and sprinkle a bit according to your taste. Next, we're going to take our tomato sauce. We're going to add 1 can of regular tomato sauce and 1 can of hot tomato sauce. And we're going to mix that in. Next, we're just going to leave it on our disco and let all the flavors mix all together. Of course, we're going to stir it occasionally. And we're going to add some chile güeros on top and some Mexican cebollitas and let those start steaming up. And there you have it. That's basically it. So full disclosure, it may seem like I made a lot, but I did have about 10 to 12 people over at this time. If you guys want to make less, go ahead and cut back on some of the ingredients. Lastly, with the assistance of my lovely mother, since this was on Mother's Day weekend, we're going to make some homemade corn tortillas. We're going to take our maseca. We're going to add about 3 to 4 cups into a mixing bowl. We're going to add about 3/4 cups of water and we're going to mix. Next, we want to take a small chunk. We're going to roll it into a ball and we're going to place it into our tortillera. Make sure it's lined with a plastic sheet. That way it doesn't stick and it's easier to peel off after you press it. Next, very carefully and very gently, we want to remove the raw tortilla from our plastic lining and we're going to put it onto our hot comal to cook for about a minute or 2 on each side. You want to flip it 3 times and there you have it. Now we're ready to make some discada tacos. I could have made a discada with pure veggies and make it truly vegan, but I did want to kind of replicate the authenticity of the original one, so I used all these vegan meats and sausages. And there you have it, folks. This is a good dish to gather around with people. Summer's coming up, so I hope you guys have fun.